Hey YouTube, Gecko guy here. So this is gonna be a longer video. Open up a nice cold one, and no, this is not alcoholic. This is Arizona tea, sparkling grape limeade. I don't drink caffeine, and I have not for 8 months now. But anyway, this is a video suggested by a fellow subscriber of mine. It's Stefan Hannon. I'm really sorry if I butchered that just now. I'm really not good at names. But him and I were talking about hobby stores, more specifically Hobbytown USA, and how mine and his are relatively different but yet the same. So he's a younger guy, a younger fellow, and he was telling me about how he needed a part for one of his RC cars, and then the associate was looking it up on the computer, and he was there for like 10 minutes, and then the teller said, or not the teller, but like the associate said, "You got to come in with the part number. I don't have time to play games. I've got other customers here." It's like, how are you going to do that and just kind of deny your guests and not help them out? You know, that's kind of bogus. You know, my Hobbytown USA doesn't really do that, but like, to tell a younger fellow to just basically go look it up yourself, it's your responsibility, is not really, it irks me, you know. He probably doesn't even know what part number he's looking for. He just knows what the name of it is, and you know, it shouldn't be his responsibility to come in there and look it up and know what he's looking for. It should be your job to help him out and give suggestions. And you know, my Hobbytown USA here in Wisconsin does the exact same thing. I go in there, I'll tell him all I went in there for: LOSI Micro Rally tires. I'm looking for those. And then the associate looks at me with like some dumbfounded look, like, the heck is a LOSI Micro, and what the heck kind of tires are those? So he goes up and looks on the computer, and their internet is god awful slow. They look for like 10 minutes. Oops, that was my card, don't worry. Their internet is like extremely slow, and like, they'll be on the computer looking up the said part, and then they'll call freaking Horizon Hobby, say, "I have a question about this part and that part. Will it fit on a LOSI Micro?" Yes, it will, because the LOSI Micros, the Rally, Short Course, Truck, and Truggy all have the little D-shaped ring, and it should be interchangeable, excluding the Micro Crawler and the Trekker. Okay, so it's really simple. It's all I went in there for. And then the time it took them for them to screw around on the computer and call the Horizon Hobby, they could have been looking on their own shelves and then find that part versus like looking it up. And then they go off saying, "Oh, we don't even have that in stock." I'm like, "Oh, thanks for just wasting my time." And then I go in there, and then on a different time, and I said, I was just looking at the paints, I was looking at them, kind of getting a feel for what I wanted. They're like, "Oh, is there anything I can help you with today?" I'm like, "Oh, no sir, I'm just looking for paint for an RC body." Like, "Oh, well, have you painted any RC bodies before?" I said, "Yeah, I've done a handful. I've even watched tutorials from DJ Medic, a couple of smaller channels, and more bigger channels like Ultimate RC, who is very helpful and does very good tutorials." They're like, "Oh, well, did you know that you're supposed to paint the inside of the body?" And I said, "Did you not just hear what came out of my mouth?" I said, "I have painted my own RC bodies, and I've watched tutorials. I think I know what I'm doing here." They're like, "Oh, well, we don't like Ultimate RC. He's very biased, and we know that he gets free stuff." I'm like, no. He's even said it on the forum, and he even says it in his videos. Okay? And then they're like, "Oh, what kind of color scheme are you going for?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm trying to make it look like so-and-so," and I pulled up a picture on my iPhone of what I was looking for. And then they're like, oh, well, you should do this color first and then back it with that color and that color. I said, and then, might I add, I was trying to check out. And then he goes on and on and on. I said, can you please just shut your mouth and check me out? I don't have time to hear you talk. I said, I understand you're trying to help me. However, I have everything all planned out, everything masked up. I just want to come in here for my paints and get out of here. I said, my sister's a sculpture major. She just graduated. I can take tips from her versus you. And as soon as I said that, they shut up and rung me up really quick. I said, yeah, thank you. I said, I know you guys are trying to help, but please stop talking so I can just buy my stuff and get out of here. And I've even bought stuff from Hobbytown and asking them, will this work with so-and-so? And then they're like, oh yeah, it should. It's 3mm. It should be a drop-in fit or blah, blah, blah. This should be a drop-in replacement part for your said vehicle. I go to buy that part and get it in my car. And what do you know? It doesn't work. Too big or too small. The lock nut doesn't fit. And I just ran my own slash into my ankle. That was not fun. That's money from my own pocket that I just kind of wasted. And, it just kind of irks me a little bit. Like, I know they're in it for money and they got to make profit too and keep their store open, but should they really be sacrificing that for, like, customer satisfaction and kind of rip you off that way? That sort of a deal. And then, like, I've got a smaller, like, secondhand store called Greenfield News and Hobby here in Wisconsin. It's quite literally a 5-minute drive from the hobby town. And they're like a secondhand store, and you go in there and everything's just kind of, like, the atmosphere is kind of cluttered, and it's got that really pungent, moldy, old person home kind of a smell. They've got a pretty decent selection of RC boats and planes, but their RC collection for, like, cars, it's decent, but meh at best. Sometimes they'll have RTR kits and they'll just take them out of the box and put them into, like, display cases. And sometimes they'll even take their batteries out of, like, RTR kits, like out of, like, a Traxxas Stampede 2-wheel drive, and take the nickel metal hydride, put it in a display case, sell it as new. And how much of that do I really believe? And like, you can buy this Traxxas slash Robbie Gordon edition. I think it was like $238 shipped on eBay. You go in your Hobbytown USA or whatever, and you go and try to buy that exact same car. Boom, 5 something sales tax in Wisconsin. So that means I'd be getting, like, this car, the exact same car, for like $50. I think I can wait a week for my car to come in if it means I'm saving like $20 or $30, depending on where you look. I just think that hobby stores as a whole are kind of starting to, like, die out soon. Like, they can't really keep a lot of income coming in, and people don't really have a lot of money to spend on RC cars and stuff, and I think it's, like, hard for them to compete with internet stores like eBay and Tower Hobby, A-Main Hobbies. They generally have better deals and coupon codes. Shipping is pretty decent, and it's hard for them to just keep people coming in to buy it. But I'll really only go to my hobby stores if I really, really am in need of a part, and I don't want to wait like a week or two for it to come in and get shipped. Generally, I usually only go in if I, like, broke something and I know I can get a replacement. Awesome wheelie right there. Okay, so mind you, location for these hobby stores. I live 45 minutes one way from a Hobbytown USA and that Greenfield News and Hobby. I really only go out if I have a plan to buy something. I don't really go to drive just to go browsing. I really don't. And then, like, if you buy an RTR kit, they'll try to sell you up on a better charger and try to sell you up on lipos just to get extra money, which, yeah, sure, you should get lipos for any RTR vehicle if they include a nickel metal hydride. But it's cheaper elsewhere, like online stores from like Value Hobby. I can't recommend Value Hobby enough. Like, they're my favorite place to go for lipos. You just can't beat getting a 7600 mAh lipo for 40 bucks. And then again, Value Hobby's like in Illinois, so I generally get my RC stuff from them in a matter of like 3 days at the most. Unless it's lipos, then it takes a little longer. But you know, in the comments section below, share your experiences, share your thoughts on this. Do you have a pretty good hobby store? Do you have a pretty mediocre one? You know, I'd like to know. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Also check out Steven or Stefan's channel. You know, head on over to my Facebook page and in the link below. Add me on Facebook, and now I'm also a recruiter for Viso Network. So if you want to become a YouTube partner, just click my link below. And have a good one, guys. Happy RCing, happy pet care, and see you guys again.